When I think about the Achievement Gap initiative that we had here on our board, I think one of the most successful things within that may not be measured by data on an assessment template. It may not be how many levels they went up in their reading or how far along the rubric continuum they went in their writing. It was their confidence.
And when I started to work with Miss Mack, I was down 2 reading levels, but now at the end, I'm up 2 more reading levels, and it helped a lot. My reading and writing and spelling improved a lot. My dad's even proud of me, and I have a strategy where it helps me. It is basically, if you get stuck on a word, I go ahead and read on until I stop, and then it'll make more sense so I can solve it.
I'm reading like a lot of chapter books now because some words that I didn't know how to read before, but now I know how to read them better.
One of the things I noticed was as I spent some time in the class with the students is that they were advocating for themselves. So hopefully the teaching is showing them specific strategies to handle whatever they're supposed to be dealing with, but the kids knowing what they needed to have in order to solve their problem, whether it was resources. One little guy raised his hand and said, can I type that on the computer because I'm having trouble with the writing? And just knowing to think of that and knowing that that is an option gave him a lot of success.
Getting to work on the Achievement Gap was a really neat experience. As a teacher, I learned a lot about my students culturally. I had a small understanding of how important their culture was to them before starting the Achievement Gap. But getting to be one-on-one in small groups with students, I really developed a good understanding of why their culture is so important to them.
So before I went with Miss Mack, I wasn't too sure and I wasn't too keen on reading, and I wasn't too positive about my reading skills. But then I went with Miss Mack and it was awesome, and she made me feel special, and it was awesome to go with her and read and stuff like that. And now I love reading, and it made a really big difference in a good way.
I had a few students involved in the Achievement Gap program, and I was really, really happy to see them gain confidence in their math and their ability to use strategies that weren't there before. They also were able to close some gaps in their understanding and place value, which then has been able to help them with their multiplication and division, and just asking themselves at the end of a question, does my answer make sense, and finding the questions or the answers that really don't make sense on their own, and then using strategies to try to fix them.
And I was not very good of a reader before I came with her, but now that I was with her, I've really improved my reading and writing. And
it was wonderful to see the students learning the strategies that could be applied in any subject they're going to have in our school, and so that they can feel successful because they're very intelligent. And I think when you have explicit instruction, it actually tackles the problem rather than just trying to meet outcomes, because those outcomes are better off met when they have those strategies in place. And these particular kids I work with, they're very, very, very intelligent, and they have unique skills, and they need to know that that's valued.
I feel very strong about how I do my work now. And before I felt like I couldn't do it, but then when I went with Miss Woodbury, it helped me a lot, and it teaches me that you just have to try, and then you could actually do it. And
one of the most difficult things with the AG support would have been April 1st, and after releasing those students, because I can do reading, I can do writing instruction with students, but what they got wasn't always found in a manual. That contact person every single day, that sense of community. We talked in our first professional learning when we did this all together as the initiative was developing, was the importance of having time to talk, but more importantly having time to listen to these students and building that sense of community with them and family with them was really something that just flourished over those 10 weeks.